Today, we're looking closely at something a listener shared. It's from the English podcast show, an episode called Back to the Good Old Days.
Yeah, with Liam and Sophia, right?
Exactly. They were reminiscing about their childhoods, a real trip down memory lane.
Sounds lovely.
So our mission today is to, well, dig a bit deeper than just the nostalgia. We want to really understand the core parts of those memories they shared.
Like, what makes them stick? What's the sort of magic they talked about?
Precisely, that childhood magic we often think about.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. They started really early, didn't they? With those first memories.
They did. Sophia mentioned sitting in the kitchen, her grandmother making roti.
And getting covered in flour. I remember that detail. It's such a sensory thing.
Totally sensory. Amazing how that stays with you, isn't it? Just a simple, messy moment.
Yeah. And Liam had something similar, but with cookies.
Right. Watching his mom bake. Though he seemed mostly interested in licking the spoon afterwards.
Well, yeah. Classic kid move.
It really seems like those early memories, especially involving food and maybe comfort figures like moms or grandmas, are really powerful.
They often are. And I think, what's key there is how vivid the sensory part is.
Like the flour you mentioned.
Exactly. That feel of the flour, or for Liam, the taste, the smell of baking. Those things get encoded really strongly.
Encoded, like in the brain.
Yeah, basically. When you have strong emotions like feeling safe or happy, plus multiple senses involved, touch, taste, smell it creates stronger memory pathways. Easier to pull up later on.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So from those very first moments, they shifted gears a bit.
Weekends came up next.
Yes. Saturday mornings, that special feeling. No school.
Definitely no school. And cartoons.
Oh, the cartoons were crucial. They mentioned Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo.
Pokemon, too, I think.
Um,
and cereal, probably.
Of course, it just captures that feeling of freedom,
Anticipation.
Yeah, that anticipation is a big part of it. The ritual, almost. Knowing what was coming.
Safe and predictable, in a good way. Exactly. Very comforting for kids. And it builds those positive associations.
Well.
But then they talked about play, too, right?
Yeah.
Sophia pretending to be Blossom.
Yes. From Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Making a cape and everything.
And Liam was playing Power Rangers with his cousin.
Right. Which leads into that whole idea of childhood imagination they discussed.
Oh, yeah. They said it was. Like, next level.
Totally. Climbing trees wasn't just climbing trees. It was an expedition.
Building forts was serious business.
And making up secret languages. Did you ever do that?
Maybe. Probably not very successfully. But Liam's story about the cardboard boxes.
Oh, the spaceships. That was brilliant.
Turning boxes into spaceships.
Yeah.
Using shampoo bottles as walkie-talkies. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pure childhood creativity.
Just making do with what you have. What's the significance of that kind of play? It's not just killing time, is it?
Oh, not at all. It's actually, well, it's critical for development. You're practicing abstract thought-solving problems.
How so? With a cardboard box.
Well, yeah. Thinking symbolically, this box represents a spaceship. That's a huge cognitive leap. And making up stories, playing roles together, that builds social skills too. It's foundational stuff.
Wow. Foundational. It's amazing to think that's what's happening.
It really is.
Okay, so then they moved on to summer vacation, another big theme of freedom.
Endless freedom, it feels like, when you're a kid. Sticky popsicles.
Running through sprinklers.
Catching fireflies. Again, very sensory, isn't it?
Very. Those long, unstructured days. Sophie talked about staying up late with cousins.
Playing board games, telling ghost stories.
Fighting over the top bunk. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. That mix of fun and, minor drama. And Liam's ghost story about scaring his brother.
And then sleeping right next to him because he got scared himself.
Exactly. It captures that whole childhood emotional roller coaster, especially the siblings.
It's funny how those little squabbles become fond memories. They also talked about family car trips.
Oh, the car trips. So relatable. Singing songs.
Fighting over who gets which snack.
Playing I Spy for hours.
Yes. And they mentioned the uncle with the terrible jokes.
There's always one, isn't there?
Yeah.
But somehow, they were funny back then.
I really were. What is it about those shared, maybe slightly chaotic family times that we remember so fondly?
I think a big part of it is that shared experience.
Yeah.
It builds connection. Even arguing over snacks becomes part of your family's story. The us.
Right. Like, that's our thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the uncle with the bad jokes, he becomes like a family legend, a shared reference point. It strengthens those bonds. Our memories are so tied up with relationships.
That's a great point. Okay, also birthdays. Childhood birthdays.
Yes. Much simpler times, maybe.
That's what they seem to think. Balloons, homemade cake.
Classic games.
Mm.
Pin the tail on the donkey, musical chair.
And the goodie bags, the excitement over those little plastic toys and candy.
It wasn't about big, expensive presents necessarily, was it? More the feeling of being celebrated, the shared fun.
Yeah, the communal aspect. Maybe different from how some birthdays are now.
Perhaps. It points to maybe a different focus, less commercial maybe, more on just the shared joy.
And Liam and Sophia both sort of agreed that everything just felt more magical back then.
Yeah, that came up a few times. Like getting a sticker from a teacher.
Right, that felt like winning the lottery or something. Why is that? Is it just perspective?
It's largely perspective, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Kids just have this amazing capacity for wonder. They don't have all the adult cynicism or preconceptions yet.
So everything is new and potentially amazing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That sticker isn't just paper, it's like real recognition, a big achievement in their world.
That makes sense. They also touched on school stuff like art class.
Liam enjoyed it, but not because he was, Picasso.
No, he mentioned his stick figures having spaghetti arms. It was just about the fun.
Exactly. And Sophia painted her house, but she made it a purple castle.
Imagining her family as royalty. I love that.
It just shows that creative freedom, doesn't it?
Mhm.
No self-consciousness.
Just pure expression. Something maybe we lose a bit as we get older.
Often, yeah. We become more worried about getting it right.
Then Sophia said something really insightful about why childhood felt special.
What was that again?
It was about being present, just being in the moment, not worrying about the future like adults do.
Ah, yes. That's profound, actually.
It really is.
Yeah.
That ability to just be. No mortgage worries, no deadlines.
Just fully immersed in whatever's happening right now. It's a kind of mindfulness, really, that kids naturally have.
Something we try to get back to with like meditation.
Exactly. They haven't learned all the adult anxieties yet.
Okay, so towards the end, they each picked one specific cherished memory.
Right, like a snapshot. Liam's was a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, a lazy Sunday at his grandma's house. Very sensory again. He mentioned humming, a comic book, the fan spinning.
Just peace, basically. No worries.
Exactly. And Sophia's was different, but also simple, a power outage.
Oh, yeah. Candles, the family together.
Telling stories, unexpected togetherness.
Both lovely examples. They really capture those core feelings. Liam's peace, Sophia's connection. Simple moments, deep feelings.
So their final thought, the big takeaway, seemed to be,
That childhood teaches us to find the magic in little things.
that's it. Chasing butterflies, collecting marbles.
Getting excited about a new pencil case.
It's a beautiful way to put it, really.
It is, and it comes back to that presence, doesn't it? Appreciating simple pleasures, being right there in the moment.
Maybe something we can try to do more as adults. Find that wonder again.
Definitely worth trying, seeking out and, really savoring those small good moments.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, thinking about Liam and Sophia's memories, maybe it brings some of your own childhood moments to mind.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So maybe think about this. What's a seemingly small or simple memory from your own childhood that holds a really strong feeling, maybe joy, maybe peace? What does that particular memory tell you about what truly matters? Something to let simmer, as they say.